Telling Me, well-seasoned podcast. We are back again. I am Shak Omar.
I'm Devon Anderson.
And today, we are joined
Wait. It's a special day today, bro.
Special day?
It's a special day today, bro.
Why is it a special day?
Wait 1 second.
Spray me.
Well, Caesar's got his first girl.
First female guest. Oi! Let's go. This has been a sausage podcast. Sausage podcast for the last 6 weeks, man.
It's been like I would name this podcast if it was a porno, Men in Black Men or something like that.
Men in Black Men.
It's just been pure man there on the thing, bro.
But Gallem, we got you. We got you today.
Finally.
So today, well-seasoned, we like to say, do you want to introduce yourself or would you like a well-seasoned introduction from us?
Come on, I'm ready for use. You want an introduction of use?
Okay.
So today, I'll start and I'll throw you cross it in for you. Today we have the very beautiful.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm coming already.
You started early.
Mr. Lothario Shak's in the building. We got the very beautiful,
Okay.
very opinionated,
Yes.
very strong.
There you go.
Hand it over to you now.
Misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
Entrepreneur.
Author, model,
Positivity.
all of that
Legend. Sallie Axl.
Hey.
in the building. How are you today?
I'm good,
How we
thank
feeling?
you. Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Good,
I'm
good.
glad I'm within your sausage sandwich.
Hey, what a place to be.
Yeah, just
People were killed to be here.
I
man.
know.
People were killed
you're
to be
the
here.
caramel for our chocolate Twix bar. Like.
I'm not gonna lie, she's looking more tan than me today. I'm struggling.
really is.
I'm struggling.
And she's got bigger legs than you as well.
Started already. Hey, what legs, man? I'm in camo. You can't see them. You can't see them. Bro. What legs?
Are they all little though? That's what I want to know.
Nah. I gotta talk about that one. But yeah, how are you? How are you feeling? How was this summer? The last month was a week away from getting out of lockdown.
I haven't really felt a lockdown because I just don't stop traveling. I've just come back from doing a month in Tulum in Mexico, which was heavy.
Okay.
And then I went straight to Miami for 3 weeks, and it was just unfucking real.
She's been jet setting, man.
Miami.
Miami.
I have always look at the look at the
Yeah.
shirt. I've come as Colombia's finest,
Yeah.
you know.
You look like part of the cartel.
Vice City, man.
I'm a bit like, hey, gringo, I'm ready, you know. Miami. I've always wanted to go to Miami,
Same.
but I've heard like mixed things on it.
Do you know what? The best place was Tulum I went to, but
yeah.
Miami was a great ending to what a great month I had.
Yeah.
So I went away for like 7.5 weeks.
Oh.
And I was only supposed to be going away for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
And just
Didn't come
turned
home.
into 7.
Yeah, I didn't come home. 3 flights later, I was still there and I thought, fuck, I've got to see my family now.
Yeah, it's time to come back.
It's time to come back.
Jealous. That is one of the places like top 3 if I haven't visited. I want to visit.
Miami.
Yeah.
It's up there, but then I heard it can be quite ghetto.
It's, you know what? It's quite materialistic, I'd say.
That's what I've heard.
I'd say. To go from Tulum, which is so hippie orientated,
Yeah.
really, it's in the jungle. It's really positive vibes. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, brr, 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 like dancing and just
Yeah.
everyone's so happy. I remember I was in a party in Tulum and I was like, 1 minute I was with like a billionaire Bitcoin man. And then the next on the other side of me was like some down out like Mexican person, and
Yeah.
no one gives a shit what
Yeah.
anyone's got.
Everyone's having a
It's
good
just
time.
about being with good-hearted people. And then you go to Miami, it was a bit more who you are, what you will look like, that more vibe.
That's what I've heard about Miami. It's a pure like show off contest. I used to think when I seen Vegas, I thought, oh, everyone's got money, everyone's showing off. But I've heard Miami from American people is the worst.
It's
like,
mega rich there as
a
well.
pure
Like
competition.
you go to like an after party, you meet some lads and be like, yeah, no, like come back to my after party. And usually if it was in town, you'd go back to the fucking some skanky apartment where you put the fucking where you put a phone in a fucking in a cup like that, you dance around it. You know what I mean? But then you go with these people and then you're walking in, you're like, is this where we're going? It's like a £6 million
you think it is
mansion
going
and all
into a
that.
music video
And there's
that,
like a fucking tiger.
Yeah, they're, like,
roaming
serious,
around.
and there's like waitresses naked,
yeah,
and
get
you
me
know,
get me to Miami, bro.
Yeah.
Is it really like that? Is those parties like, are they as cool as we imagine?
they are more cool than you imagine. Like, I can't go into it. Well, I can, but let's just say orgy centrals. Like, you literally look around and people are just fucking each other. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like,
From the jump, or does it warm? Do people warm into it? Do they all arrive
yeah, it's
back?
kind of like
Yeah,
a
I want to know
warm-
how that works. The logistics of that.
Well,
man.
in the Tulum vibe, because there's a lot of orgies going on all over this side of the country and like outside of the world. Like, imagine that in Liverpool, you just started fucking your fella in the middle of a party. Everyone like, listen, love, you've got to go now, you.
I've seen some shit.
It's time.
Aye.
time, yeah.
So like, yeah, I was gonna when that happens, do like you walk into them parties knowing like, 5 minutes, I'm gonna be just whacking in the middle of the
well,
room.
you don't have to get involved.
No, but I mean, like, if
I
you're
wasn't
going there for that,
involved all the time.
if you're going there for,
You're a watcher in the corner. Just
Well, there was watchers, let's just say that.
Oh,
But no, you know what? In Miami, it was just brilliant. It's very eye-opening. And at one point, I was like, oh my God, this isn't for me, this kind of vibe. And then you just have to like let yourself go in anything you're doing in life. And I just think like being sexually free is a major thing to becoming free in your own self, because financial freedom, sexual freedom, and to be free of your own mind about being negative thoughts and stuff, they're so important to being an amazing person and to being the best person you can be. And I think people put a stigma on sexual freedom, especially for women, because
100%.
we're known as a slag or this or that, when realistically it comes into terms with my OnlyFans. The stigma of my OnlyFans in this city has been, oh, she's doing that. Well, I earn more money than most of the lads in this city, so like I don't know why they're being moaning at me. Like
that's what I mean. And like, obviously, you got a lot of like, not trying to be the feds here, but you got a lot of like people dealing the old drugs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You got people shotting in that, and then like, that's like, you're not breaking the law.
No,
what you're
I
doing,
pay
do you know
my
what I mean?
taxes,
man.
and I'm like doing so well on there, like 0.6% in the world. So in the whole world of all the creators, I'm 0.6 now. Wow. I've got a lot of fans, 2,800 fans, but all pay a monthly subscription. And like some months I'm doing like 17Ks and stuff.
that is amazing.
That's what I mean, man. So
Do you know what? That's part of the reason that I wanted to get you on here, because I'm all about, there's a lot of people that I've met in life that are portrayed one way, and most of the people that are really unpopular in the world have been the nicest human beings that I've met. And the people that people idolize, I have found to be some of the biggest dickheads.
Oh, yeah.
So like, the reason I wanted you on is because you have just had an amazing life, like a crazy life. I think you've gone through some crazy stuff. And the fact that you're sitting here so positive now, like, I'm going to flick it back to the old school. Did you start in like Nuts and FHM and stuff like that? I remember being back then.
Yeah, so like what people don't realise about me is like I've always been entrepreneurial. Like, so I worked at McDonald's at 16, and then I got sacked from that because I locked someone in a freezer, but I didn't mean to lock him in the freezer.
Wait. You can't skip past that story, man.
Story already.
Yeah.
No, I locked him in the chiller actually, and they said the freezer. They over-exaggerated it.
For how long?
Well, I just left him there. He got found, but he was really annoying.
He's dead.
He's alive and that. Like, make sure he's alive. We don't want any confessions on here, man.
No. He's alive. I got reprimanded.
Okay.
And then I went on to doing I moved to Ibiza, and I worked for a big clubs there, and I started stripping at a young age because I always knew I come from a very poor family, which a lot of us do, and that's not a sob story. That is the way.
That's a fact.
It's a fact, yeah. You got jam sandwiches, you got put out the house at 8 in the morning, you got shouted back in at 8 at night. That was it. You got your jam sandwiches left on the side. And that's a normal fact for all our generation, a lot of our generation. So when I say I come from a poverty background, that isn't any different than 80% of people I know. Because we're all from that. Because in them days, there wasn't a lot of money, but we were happy with a lot of, I mean, now it's with social media. Our kids want to try and have more and more competition against each other. And we never really had that hand-me-down clothes. And it wasn't made to feel bad in school or anything, because a lot of us were in the same situations. Exactly. But I always knew from a young age I wanted money over most things, and that's changed now. I'd rather be happy than have money, but I always knew I wanted something, and I didn't care how I got it. And people were like, you shouldn't be a stripper, you shouldn't do this, but I always knew I was very sexy, even as a young age. Like I could gain things by most people through being sexual, not a sexual acts, but just being in flirty.
And you learn that.
Do you know what I mean?
If you got it, use it. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So I started stripping at a very young age, and now do I think it's right? Would I let my daughter strip at 16? Fucking no way, not a chance in hell. But I was living in a hostel in Brock Ferry, and it's either you want to have food on the table or you don't eat.
So I mean, sink or swim.
Exactly. I think that's quite powerful that, like, at such a young age you could see your brand, not a brand, but like you knew that you could be your own income.
Yeah, I always knew I could be my own income. I think when I started realising more, I thought to myself, right, okay, so if I'm going to market myself as my brand, I got all my tattoos. Now, I was one of the first girls with tattoos in England who was a glamour model.
Right,
so I was with girl management, which was Lucy Pinder, Rhiannon Sugden. We were the main girls on this main list. It was like 20 girls. And I was the only tattoo girl with Arabella Drummond.
Yep.
And then Ellis Cooper came in.
Yep.
We were the main tattoo girls in the UK. And like I was on the front cover of Nuts magazine when no girls with tattoos could really get on the front cover of Nuts magazine because it wasn't seen as attractive. I remember going into a club in Newcastle and them going, hide your tattoos, you can't get in.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
That's mad.
And now it's just
Now it's like
everywhere.
it's a like tattoo girls are a whole brand. Like
Yeah,
it's a whole thing.
Well, when I decided to make something called the Ink Dolls.
Yeah.
I wanted tattoo girls to be seen not in a rock chick way, in a glamour way.
Yeah.
And I was the first. Our company, Ink Dolls, was the
That was
first.
your company?
That was
I've
my
heard
company.
that before.
still-
Ink Dolls were my company.
Shit.
Ink Dolls, I'm a knuckles.
Oh,
But,
okay.
so I owned that company from 2011.
Okay.
And I had, over the years, we had about 60 girls. We were touring all over. We did an India tour. We did a UK tour. I mean, we were like glamour models with tattoos, which wasn't really seen then.
Yeah, it's different. like,
Yeah,
it's
but
very
I
different.
utilised it and made money off it. And we were big. Ink Dolls were big. Really big.
I mean, that's what I mean. I've heard of them, and then like I'm like,
This is why I call you an entrepreneur. Like literally from that
Facts.
early, you went into stripping, and then from that you went into the magazines, and from that you hit Big Brother.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I'd already started DJing before Big Brother.
Yeah.
Because I thought, I'm going to leave early on Big Brother. I thought
you
they'll
knew-
either love me or they'll hate me. So I'll either win this or I'll go out first.
Yeah.
That was what I knew. So what I did was, instead of going on Big Brother with nothing, I decided to make my own clothing brand called Ink Doll Apparel.
Okay.
And I didn't launch it until the Wednesday. So I went into Big Brother, kitted out in it. You're not allowed to wear your own branding clothes.
Oh, okay.
So I hadn't launched it, so they didn't know that was my own branding clothes.
Okay.
So I walked into the house.
Oh, little window.
We've got a window cleaner.
It's got about time.
I know. Yeah, so what I did was I walked into Big Brother,
yeah.
full on kitted out in my Ink Doll Apparel clothes, and then on the Wednesday launched it, made $6,000 within 3 days on that alone.
Again,
Entre fucking preneur, man.
business
Yeah.
brain. But that's where, like,
Businesswoman.
do you think Big Brother was where you were then created as a villain? Is that where the launch
Yeah.
of Sallie Axl villain came along?
I think so, because before, in a way, I think I would have done better if I hadn't gone on Big Brother, because I was already on a route to go in
Yeah.
there. And when I got asked to do Big Brother, they said to me, you're on the list to doing Celebrity Big Brother, because they always put a glamour model in.
Yeah.
Or you can 100% be on normal Big Brother.
Okay.
So they said you're either 1 in 3 going to go on Celebrity, or you're 100% going on normal. Now, because I'm from like quite a normal background,
Yeah.
and I'm from a normal place, I thought, fuck it, I'll go on normal.
Yeah, because the celebrities could have been a bit pretentious.
Yeah,
and all, like
so I
that
thought
kind
I'd
of
just go on normal, and I chanced it, but it didn't work out for me because they fucking hated me.
stuff. But I do remember, because I used to watch Big Brother back in the day.
I loved Big Brother.
Yeah.
I
Do you think that
absolutely
would,
loved
like, obviously, because now it's a lot more sensitive, like, what TVs can show, and everyone's more, like, aware of people's mental health going on these reality shows. So do you think Big Brother could, like, last?
ever
Could
be a thing?
ever be a thing now?
I don't know how I even got on the show with my mental health. Like, I don't know how they even, because I've got personality disorder. I've got histrionic and borderline personality disorder. I'm highly depressing. I have like bad anxiety attacks. I've had suicidal attempts since I was like 10 years old, 11 years old, whatever. So I don't know how their medical checks happened and they let me in the house.
That's
But-
what I
That's
mean.
what I mean, though, because now there would be so much, like, more
Safe checking.
safe checking
Yeah,
and, like,
well,
before and after when you come out. Did they check in
No.
on you after you
Well,
got
after you.
they made us do it, send our medical records, which on there is showed that I've been sectioned, self-harm, manic depressing, suicide, all of that. And I worked with like the children's mental health stuff, so all before I was 16. And they never even asked me anything. They were like, yeah, you're on.
Wow.
That's
I think
it.
That's so
Yeah.
like,
So, like, even, like, you know, when you go into, like, the diary room and that, it's just not, like, you never, like, obviously wouldn't get shown on TV, but there's no one, like, you can talk to, like,
Well-
who will just give you, like, the, almost like not a therapist, but, like, just someone you can go and talk to and check in on you and see
I
if you're
don't know
okay.
if that happened because I don't think anyone used it on my one, not that I know of. But the only time they put me into the diary room and was like, Sally, this isn't Big Brother. And I was like, what? He was like, this isn't going to be recorded. They went, what you've done, we wouldn't even have let Victoria Beckham promo her own clothes. This was on everyone loved, I had really good press in Big Brother till the Wednesday. I launched my own clothes. They took me into the back room and said, you know, what you've done, Ofcom are going to sue you, all this. And then from that Wednesday, I was edited really badly to get out. So I believe it was something to do with that.
Mad the power of editing, you know.
The power of editing.
Even still today.
Do you know what I think is really bad is that you've said all of that stuff, like that you were screened and stuff. And was there safeguard afterwards? Because now you are this villain. You are Sallie Axl, the villain. You come out, and I remember when you came out. I remember you came out, you had your fingers in the air, and it was like there was just people just
Booing
noise,
me.
booing.
The heel,
and
man.
Emma
I was
Willis,
screaming at the audience. I was going, fuck off. What the fuck? Then it was making the audience go weird. It was Emma Willis's first ever interview for doing Big Brother.
Oh, was it, yeah?
So she was like, and you know what? They've took down all my interview. You can't even get it on the internet. They must have,
really?
Channel 5 must have took, because it was that bad.
The interview itself was...
She couldn't control me.
What made you fight back to the because you could have came out and they could have booed you and you
could
could have
apologise.
Yeah, you could
Because
have
I know I wasn't
apologised.
in the wrong. They've edited me bad.
We had a similar conversation. Obviously, on one of our episodes, we had Michael Griffiths. Obviously, we went on Love Island.
Yeah.
And he come out the villain kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
he did, yeah.
It was like, we asked him to ask you the same question. Like, how did you deal with...
But do you not think it's quite a lot about Northern people come out as the villain quite a lot? I always think if you see it, there's quite a lot of... it's quite a lot of Northern people that come out as the villains. I don't know why. I always think that.
I think Scousers get a bad rep anyway.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, because we're just loud and we're not loud. People mistake the loudness for aggression when, like, we're loud
Exactly.
anyway. You go out on a night out in Liverpool,
Everyone's loud.
what's happening, lad? And then people who are out the city might be a bit like... but,
People
like, we're just
always
being the
go,
way
why are
being
you
friendly.
shouting at me?
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
I'm not.
Exactly.
This is
That's how I talk, do you know what I mean? But yeah, how did you deal with that?
Well,
bad
I remember
press?
at the time, there was, when it came out, it was like, I looked in the newspaper. Obviously, every single newspaper had me get this on the front cover.
Yeah.
And it said, most hated woman in the UK.
Literally.
What the fuck have I done on here? And like, even my friends were like, this is bad, you know. They took me into a back room. They were like, there's been people want to murder you, people want to kill you, there's been death threats on you, they're going to kill you on the tube or anything. We don't want you to be in this country. So they flew me straight from London to Malaga for my protection.
For how long?
I was there for a week or 2 weeks. Got some DJing gigs then, and I just thought, fuck it, I'm gonna just own
I'm
it.
just gonna live my life.
But, hey,
Just thought I'd own it.
worst place to
So-
fly you out to, man.
When do you think that you played up to that role when you came out?
I think when it come out, I thought, and there's money in this.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people who come out first on Big Brother usually forgotten about. They still were using my Big Brother episodes in the top 50 best memorable episodes.
Hey, I'd have been going, anytime I walked to Asda, I'd have been walking the streets like this, man.
Yeah.
Going away to Asda, man. That'd have been my thing, man. Any picture, man.
Yeah, this is what, but I did try and turn it around to do business. So then we did the clothes show in Birmingham Clothes Show, where we made loads of money off it, $8 apparel clothing. I mean, I started the tits, tats and beanie hats, if you remember that slogan.
Jeez.
That was my slogan. And I got all girls, did you remember? And all the girls used to wear beanie hats to go out in.
Yeah.
That was my thing.
Started so many things, man.
That was my thing. That's it. I started that off because I had alopecia. Because after I had my daughter, I had like anorexia, didn't eat, and I lost all the front of my hair. So when I was going to Big Brother, it was only just going back. It was like an inch long. So I was like going in there in a beanie hat, and then it just ended up being
Really?
a thing.
Would you say that you played up to the villain, and because do you regret playing up to the villain?
Well, then I started
As
working.
like a brand.
Then the Daily. So this is the weird thing was I can make money out of anything. By the way, like so then the Daily Star. Rang my management and was like, we've got a photo, not a photo, we've got a story. So we're going to run it. Sally was a prostitute in Dubai. I've never even been to Dubai. So I was like, what? And then she was a prostitute in this other country, I can't remember, Paris. And I went, I've never been to Paris. So they were like, we're running the story anyway, £600 an hour escort. I was like, you can't run a story that I've never been to these countries and it's not me. So they tried to hire me and another girl came, but they still ran the story. And I was like, if they run this, I'm going to sue them.
Yeah.
And I was like, so wait, I need you to wait 24 hours. I was getting onto the embassy to show the countries I'd ever been to. And I hadn't been to either countries at that point. I've been there now. But yeah, so I was like, no, you can't run it. So they run it anyway. So I messaged them, my management and stuff, and I rang them and I said, right, you've destroyed my name. They were like, well, blah, blah, blah. You know, what can we do? I was like, no, you've destroyed my name. So they had to write an apology in there, which was like that big.
Tiny.
The tiniest apology.
Tiny when they
but I
do.
said, right, okay, for slandering my name, I'll either sue you for money or you give me my own column. They were like, what? I went, you give me a year column. I want my own column once a week, or I'm going to sue you for money. So they gave me my own column. I was like, yes.
That is
Entrepreneur, man. I'm getting wisdom. I'm getting gems here, you know.
Yeah.
that is literally what turning fucking shit into gold.
Yeah. So then I had a platform. So unlike other people who've been on Big Brother and who come out the first week, I was then a weekly columnist for one of the biggest online newspapers.
And then you're in control of what you.
So
what you
yeah,
put
so
out.
then I played up to the
Then
villain.
I was gonna say,
Then the
'cause
villain
then you've
came
got-
out.
Hey,
Yeah.
This is where some accountability comes in.
Okay.
Weren't you pretty bad on like?
Sorry, Danielle Lloyd. Sorry, Gemma Collins. I love you now. I remember sitting next to Danielle Lloyd's mum in it was an event. It was for the Jamie Bulger event, and her mum was sitting there, and I didn't know it was her mum, and she went, "You were really horrible about my daughter in that newspaper." I was like, "I'm so sorry." It was the old me.
When somebody's mum comes to you and says, "You've been a naughty girl,"
Yeah.
it's like, oh.
I mean, one of the ones was Gemma Collins. I was put, Gemma Collins eats herself to death. I mean, as a headline, I was like, now I would. Oh my God, I would never dream of doing that. But in that day and age, back in 2013, 14, it was good to be horrible for some reason. It was, everyone was on the Twitter ramp and we were just being absolutely terrible.
Twitter was a hard place back then.
I mean, my mum had a Twitter account. She was arguing with everyone because people used to be that bad to me.
Do you really regret it? Do you feel like
I feel,
genuinely
yeah,
bad?
I had to quit the job because for me, I felt bad karma was coming to me and it was starting to like unfulfill me being a bitch. And I just kept thinking, if someone did this to my kids, would I do? And I hold my hands up. I was horrible. But I think because they projected me as a villain, I rolled with it. I just rolled with it. And it wasn't generally naturally what I was. It was just something I'd created
That was the brand,
to
that was the
make money.
character. Yeah. Because then if that's the perception of people, and then like you start being like, oh, I love everyone, it would have been like
it would have been
for like
fake.
every, you know
but
what I mean?
I think I turned when I got into fitness, and when I lost everything, I got a video out of me, and we don't really want to go into that now. But when it happened to me, the negative press, I think it made me realise, wow, this is a horrible world, and you feel so alone. Like, you feel so alone. So I think I generally wouldn't say anything if it wasn't nice now. I wouldn't even put it out there.
Don't even put like use the energy to
never.
even do it.
I do regret saying the stuff I did, but at the end of the day, I think everyone said it because it was that kind of vibe. No one was into positivity. You'd look at people like that, like...
Yeah. Like, it's obviously, especially nowadays, because like the whole be kind movement, and that's a good... We spoke about that last episode.
Yeah, we were speaking about
it's
it.
good, but like there comes a point where people take that too far because now you can't say anything on kind of Twitter. You can't say anything.
No, I think people are running with it too much, and half of the people who say the be kind thing are people who are fucking trolls anyway. I mean, I found...
What shit do you get? Like, I want people to understand the kind of shit that like people go through on a daily basis.
Grown men to like women as well. Like,
I
bad.
think women
are the worst for me. Like, our men actually really support me. They've been very supportive. Thanks for all my wages, guys. Subscribing to my OnlyFans.
Suckers.
No, I give a good show on there. They love it.
Give it.
Love you all.
I'm gonna open my own OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Bro,
Well, in that shit, you might be able to.
What was that?
A mini-me.
Don't ever do that again, man.
I am mini-me.
That is the most unsexiest pose.
Man, just touched his
I'm
lip.
tired, man.
Oh, sorry, that went a bit mad. What was so women on social media? Women on social media, like how they treat you. What sort of stuff?
So I have lots of supportive women. So when I had got my account deleted, Instagram deleted my account because these girls were like constantly reporting me for OnlyFans. So I lost like 160,000 in January.
Oh wow.
And I was like, I cried for one day, and then after that I thought, you know what, this is a new start for me. And then they deleted another one after that. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. But then I just realised that Instagram doesn't define me. I make more money on OnlyFans now. I haven't got the Instagram. Weirdly, because I try harder and I've got my Twitter, Sallie Axl.
Plug, I love the plugging. Entrepreneur, I'm telling you, man.
Doesn't stop.
Well, yeah, no.
It's
And then they just hated me, and I found someone that one of them that ended up being one of my kids' best friend's mums.
Wow.
At the school. So she was saying loads of stuff about the school, like, oh, she took her out the school, she forces her to dance classes and all this. And I thought, who is this? And then I found one of the other trolls, and this other troll was from Australia, and the only follow we had in common was this one woman at the school.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, they're like a little connection group. And I haven't, do you know what? The old me would have battered her, but the new me... The new me just allows her to be in her own hateful self. And do you know, I feel sorry for her because she's bang average and has a bang average life.
Women are like the FBI. When it comes to like Instagram or anything like that, they will track a motherfucker down in seconds.
Listen,
I know it.
You see the colour, the chiffon haze colour of this?
No, if you're a fella, and you cheated on your missus, you're in that group chat, and we will find out the bitch you've been cheating on us.
It's not even a cheat. It's you'll like fucking Jenny's picture.
The plate.
5 minutes later, who the fuck is Jenny?
Yeah. No, that's not the way I'll do it. I'll go, why are you liking Jenny with 2 kids from down here and her dad will call such and such.
When she
went
was
to such and such school.
I'll be like half an hour later, I'll be like, babe, where are you? She's like, outside Jenny's house.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yo, women find shit out.
You won't be
man.
liking shit again, will you?
I'll be like this for hours. I'll be just trying to find someone's profile, and it'll take me fucking 4 hours. I'll be like, trying to find fucking information.
No, we can find anything else. It's our group chat.
What's it like in the women's group chat?
Yeah, give us
That's
a little
what
insight.
I want to know, actually.
In women's group chat, it depends what group chat. So I've got my group chat with the mums, which is like
PG.
She's like,
which is boring.
Yeah.
Sorry for anyone in there, but we have group chats off your group chats too, and how boring it is. And then we have a group chat where it's like quite sensible people, but then I throw a willy in there and they all get offended. My daughter could have been opening that message. I'm like, fucking hell, chill out, it's just a willy.
I'll throw a willy in there. Just casual.
I'm like, look at the size of this one. Bigger the better with me. You can't even get on a date with me if you've got a small willy.
Hey, guys out there, man.
Hey. Just know.
Come if you want to date Sallie,
come correct.
And you're not blessed in that area.
Don't bother.
There's doctors out there. What would you take a
slide out of the DMs? Don't slide into them.
Yeah,
I'm Jamaican. That's all I'm saying.
Jamaican me crazy.
Jeez, I'm Nigerian.
I don't know one for that one. Sorry, babe.
Anyone who knows about Niger out there?
Yes.
Size 12 feet.
Okay, Mr. Bigging yourself up, man.
Size 12 feet.
You know. But yeah, no, just the group chats are fucking wild.
Yeah.
Just if you just want to know things about other women, what's going on, they're always in there.
It sounds like a scary place.
Man.
I have to just mute a lot of them though because it just goes on. I like look in the morning, it's like 760 missed messages. I'm like, how have I just been?
How many
been to
groups
sleep
are you
3
in?
hours.
How many groups are you in?
About 6. That's about enough for me.
Oh yeah, I hate group chats, man. There's too much going on, man.
You know the birthday ones.
Oh, come on.
And no one even wants to go to the fucking pillow fucker's birthday.
No one wants to go to the... Listen, my boy's birthday's coming up. I don't want to fucking go myself.
You talking about me?
Yeah,
you talking about me? My birthday in 2 weeks, man.
I'm not going. Man. I'm not chipping into that shitty restaurant.
Damn, where's my 90 quid, man?
I know, and then one person's got to be the collector of the money.
That's always me as well. I don't know how I've been designated that role in every group.
Do you know,
I hate it.
The other person that I hate? The person that drops out. You.
Yeah.
If you drop out, you're a little shit. And it's seconds before the
And do you know who that person is? Me.
Oh, no. Not one of them.
You're the dropout.
Yeah, but I don't drop out on purpose. I'm usually abroad or haven't come home. So,
that's
you know.
fair enough.
Yeah, be like, where are you? What are waiting in the restaurants? Oh, I'm in Miami.
I think you really want me to come back from Miami for the birthday. I'm sorry.
I'm in Miami. I'm living the life.
I've got orgies going on.
Yeah, I've got people
busy.
Fucking left, right, and
big
centre.
dick pictures to throw in the group.
My OnlyFans is content's going up.
Oh, man.
Go on, you wanted to know about OnlyFans, Shak.
Yeah. So, like, the whole... I'm just curious. I don't even have a specific question. I'm just curious to know about the whole business of it. Like,
Well, it is a business, and this is what people forget. So people go to me, oh, you're this, you're that, you're on OnlyFans. But what people seem to forget is I'm a solo trader. You can have it as a business, and I am running like a business, like a pyramid business. I have people who refer to me, which I'll make money off them. Yeah. I will also make money off. Have to pay OnlyFans as a site 20%. I just spat then. Sorry.
All good. All good.
Just thinking of OnlyFans.
Here's your little teaser, guys. There you go. Subscribe to the OnlyFans.
We now owe Sallie.
I'll bill you later.
Hey, we're selling that mic to the highest bidder. You want Sally's saliva, man? Come in the DMs with some change, man.
Somebody get some foil. We're gonna keep this.
No, so you pay the OnlyFans 20%.
Yeah.
And then you earn all your other money. So what I have is a subscription. Right. So men or girls, mostly men. Mine are mostly Scousers, by the way. Okay. Thank you all the Scousers on there. Because I was going to get rid of Scousers on my OnlyFans. So, get rid of so no one see me. No one see what I'm really up to on there. Yeah. And then it worked out like 80% of everyone would go. So I was like, no, I'll have to keep the Scousers.
So like... Obviously, you just choose whatever content you want to put on there. You're just in control of it. In control of it. Like at first, I used to just do topless. Yeah. How times have changed.
I was gonna say, is it like a evolution? Because I know it starts with like topless, and then did you find yourself
I just found myself slipping into it more, and then thinking, fuck it, I'll do more, and then then releasing little videos, and then thinking, oh, I could make another 10k if I did this, and then it just all escalated. Cool. And then I had Pornhub contacted me, wanted me to do Pornhub.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, like, what do you think's the difference between OnlyFans and porn?
Pornhub is controlled by someone else, which I don't like. I like to control all my finances. Okay, and you sell the rights to your video, and then it can be used over every spectrum, and you can't get any money for it after that sale. I think what I like about OnlyFans is I can resell my videos. I'm in control of when they come out. I can delete them out the things. I have been leaked the other week. Thank you for whoever leaked me.
Wow.
Oh. Well, I was in Tulum, so I was happy and didn't
quick
really
question.
care.
What was that? What was that leaked on?
Hey, if it was you, man.
It was in the group chat. I pretended it wasn't me, but I've got too many tattoos. They're
so obvious.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
Well.
You can't even hide
literally.
I know. That's why I don't really use my head on very much things.
Yeah. So again. A businesswoman. What you've just said there is you've got your own...
And you know what? If you utilise it properly, so what I say to girls, if girls are watching this, to what they want to do on OnlyFans, I'd say to make sure you post consistently through the day and night. You just queue them all up. So you're posting on your main wall every couple of hours, just to keep you fresh in people's memories.
And then they'll go on your as that is it topless or
topless
videos
on my wall? I do topless and nudity on my private messages. Well, you'll have to open them up to see what's in there.
Okay.
Let's just say it's going off in them ones because
going off.
Yeah, and I love doing it. I'm very sexual anyway. I'm sexually free. I like to have sex, and I don't feel ashamed to talk about sex. Like I hate the stigma with all women. Like we can't enjoy having sex, and I hate the way men think when they come that's the end of sex. Can you why do men believe that them coming is the ultimate of our sexual act? Like, no, it isn't. Stop lying over. Get back up, bitch.
Tell him. Tell him.
Man, I just like.
No, that's so everyone's so selfish in bed, especially men.
Tell him.
Selfish lovers.
So are you into women as well? Are you?
Yeah. Well, I used to go out with a woman. Yeah, and I'm into anything really, as long as it's exciting and new. And I'm not. I'm just up for trying things, and I just don't believe I wish the 60s was back and it was all free love because sex is a really important thing. And the sooner we stop putting a stigma on it as being a negative thing, like, oh, she slept with him or he said, just everyone just banging me happy.
We wouldn't be here without sex, man.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, true.
I don't want to think about how I got here.
Yeah. Can you not remember?
I don't want to think about that.
I know, now we're getting deep. I don't want to think about it either.
We're all here cringing.
Why'd you have to put that in my head, man?
Oh, man, my mum watches the podcast.
Hey, man, it's...
Can we erase that bit from our heads, please? Because now I'm just reminded.
As you saying, like...
I'm going back to Sallie's
I agree with what you were saying about the whole sex thing, but, like, you're saying about being adventurous and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's your, like, limit? You're like, nah, boom. ain't trying
What's
to
my
do
limit? What's my limit in sex?
Yeah, just like
I just think it depends on the partner you're with, because like with my ex, we used to go and do loads of crazy stuff, but then I've been with other partners and just been, I don't like to have free sex. Like I don't like to just sleep with people who I don't know. Because for me, it's in, you haven't got that communication where you can be wild.
Yeah.
So you need to build up trust with people.
what their, like, their limits are as well,
Yeah, and I think casual sex sometimes has a bad energy, like, because when you're swapping energy, if you come at me, but like say if you come at me. Okay, I'm going somewhere with this. Wait there. Okay,
continue.
Say if I'm not going to say you because it sounds too personal. Say if a man comes in a woman, their DNA changes in them and changes a woman's DNA for 7 years. So you've got to watch you. That's true. So
I'm out here changing people's DNA. Do you know
how
what?
they're changing people's DNA?
There's women turning into Devon right now.
So you've got to watch who you share your energy with. That's what I'm saying.
In what way does the DNA change?
Because the cum changes someone's DNA. It'll change it for 7 years.
Is that why when you date someone, do you think like when you date someone that like, I've noticed like their personalities
change.
To
turn
like
obsessed,
yours.
me,
I
when
thought it was a mental
someone.
thing,
Really?
but really it's just like if your
Terrible.
pull-out game's weak, you're just there, man.
What are you like in a relationship, Sally?
Oh, don't go out with me. Keep your sons away from me.
There you go.
Keep your dads away from me.
Keep your dads away.
Keep your
Dads away.
Dads and sons.
Are you quite possessive?
Yeah, I'm possessive. I think like I am, and I try not to be. I've done loads of counselling and stuff like that because I don't want to be like that, but I have really bad abandonment issues. So for me, I always think people are going to leave me. So if they don't text me back in 2 hours, they get blocked.
Wow.
Because I get like so upset, like, oh my God, they're not going to text me back again. So let's just leave that now. So I block them. I block them on everything.
Okay.
Do you find that that's a vicious circle? Because I find that like that abandonment issue, I found that a lot with women.
Yeah, I think it is, and I think it's because inner child work, and I think a lot of things for me from our family life and the way we're being treated, and I think this is why it's so important to start healthy cycles of relationships when people are in like in teenage years, because that's when you start learning what your boundaries are, what's healthy in a relationship, and that's why they think there should be a lot of schoolwork done to showing girls and boys what healthy boundaries are.
I find that that's where most things, the trigger mostly happens in your first relationship. I think you go into your first relationship.
It's a learning curve, isn't it?
I find that for some reason, women always get with a dickhead first. They always get with the biggest and baddest dickhead that they can find, and
me.
accidentally get pregnant.
and I still keep doing it.
When will you learn?
I was gonna say live and learn.
When are you gonna learn?
Well, I haven't been with a dickhead now for a bit, so I'm doing well. Yay!
Proud.
Well, I don't mean sleeping with one. I've slept with all the dickheads, but like I haven't gone out with a dickhead for a while, and I think that's due to the fact that, especially when I went away to Tulum, I started seeing a lad over there who's Spanish, and I thought, wow, it's really nice to see people from other countries and other cultures. It was like they treat you totally different. They're really, really passionate. It's like, it was nice. And I think now I'm really open-minded to having some foreigners with me.
Sally's opened the borders.
Hello, Sally. My name is Diego. Let me take you out on a date.
Yes, you need a passport to get with me now.
Man, that's salsa dancing the night away, man.
Your DMs are gonna explode with loads of Indian men. Like, Sally, I saw you on one season podcast, and I found you very
I'm gonna
attractive.
make a fake profile and just slide in with a voice note, be like, hello, Sally, my name is Fernando. I would love to take you out. I'm in Liverpool for the weekend.
I love the Mexican men. You've come as one for me today.
I knew it.
Bro, you done that on purpose, man.
I felt the energy. I
love that
feel like
Hispanic. That Hispanic vibe really gets me going. Like,
I'm with you, Sally. Latino women are my dream.
Do you know what? There's not a lot in Liverpool.
Well, listen to this, guys. I have a lot of Latino friends now from Tulum, and they're going to come over and see me. So, yes, we have some Latinos in Liverpool.
Hey. Well, I say
salsa.
bring them all to the World Season podcast next time.
Yes.
And we'll all have
and we have something called the mango party. And I'm not going to tell you what our mango party is killing fail of.
What's a mango
party?
We have something called...
Can us man go to the mango party?
That was fucking quick for you, Shak. I tell you.
That was really good.
Hey,
we have something called the mango party. And when we were away, it's like me and my Latino girls, we picked people to come and join our mango party. It was very good.
Okay.
That's a mad one. Mango party. I don't even know.
You just need to come. We might have one. We might have one in Liverpool soon.
Aye.
Mango
Liverpool.
party.
Wow.
I'm ready.
Black men don't blush, but I think black men don't blush. I'm blushing, bro.
That's a t-shirt, man.
Black men don't blush.
Yeah,
I like that.
I might make money out of that one. I'll keep it. Copyrighted.
At least we'll split this one. We'll split this one 3 ways, man.
Oh, nah. I lost where I was.
I know, man. I'm
The
just
mango party.
I'm just thinking of mango
I
parties.
just think we've got to be open to going out with people. The way I see it is, why do people think they're going to fall in love with someone they've been in school with when there's 7 billion people in this world?
I know.
People aren't open-minded about dating other cultures, about dating other languages. Like, I just feel like it's like we're scared to see difference or to find different cultures.
That's why I find it mad when people have a type. Because whenever I get asked that question, like, what's your type? I'm like, I don't have one because, as you said, there's all billions of people in the world.
Yeah.
Why would I limit myself just to one flavour?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't understand that myself. Like, I literally can find there's a beautiful person in every single
culture.
race.
Yeah.
Every single
Every
race.
culture.
I think
Chinese.
so. And I just think, why do people, I think especially in Liverpool, everyone's like, oh, no, we like to go out with Scousers. Scousers go out with Scousers.
Yeah.
Like, they think being tropical is going out with someone who's Cockney. Do you know what I mean? They're like, hey, we're going out there. You don't even see that many people like going out with Spanish people, like French people, when they're there's loads of fit people all over the world.
And you're going to learn so much from that, just from being with a different culture as well.
I think so. I mean, I was like on my Netflix now. I have, I watch it in Spanish and have the subtitles in English, or I watch it in English and have the subtitles in Spanish because I'm trying to learn.
Oh wow!
It's like change.
Diego's really got to hear, man. I know. You got to change in the Netflix language and that. Man.
Yes, he got in there, didn't he?
She's blushing, man. She's blushing. Hey, Diego,
Shout
man.
out Diego.
Hey, big up, man. Whatever you're doing, man, keep doing your thing, man.
You laid it down.
Hey, it was his dick that got thrown in the group chat, man.
Yeah.
No, it actually definitely was.
Oh, that's just one of them. No. Has anyone seen that Sex Lives? It's on Netflix at the minute.
No.
I've seen people talking about it. I haven't seen it, though.
Oh, my God. He has the best willy you will ever see in your life.
I don't want to see it.
I'm all right.
No, it's amazing.
man.
No, this is the best series of all time. So this is what every single girl's group chats are talking about. Oh, sorry, are talking about. I'm getting really excited. So if Sex Lives is the best. It's got orgies in it. It's got all mad sex parties and it's brilliant.
Is it like a documentary or is it?
No, it's like a series. It's about this woman and she's fit as fuck. But you should watch it.
Wait, so it's like So it's like what? It's like a porno on Netflix.
It's right. So I think it's a cross between Sex and the City and Pornhub.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
He's like,
Yeah, that's mad.
That's crazy.
it's so good.
She semi didn't sell it to me as soon as she was like, yeah, the look of the dicks on there are amazing.
No, there was just one man with a willy in the shower. Honestly, everyone will know it's in episode 3 minute 40.
You're not even joking, are you? That's going to be accurate.
Hey, anyone who's gonna watch this, like, go back to
Hey,
episode
Jacob,
3
whack it
minute
up on
40.
here. Oh, should we just have a big dick on there? Do you think we'll get in trouble?
The well-seasoned brand is gonna be a madness after this.
We'll just put it.
Don't even think. No.
Put it in there like that.
You're right. You're just in the. Oh my God! I'm gonna start editing this for this.
We're going to do it. We're going to do
Like,
it.
why is it gonna be?
Why
always me, man?
Because you're
You're holding it in the perfect place for that.
I can't, you know what? And then Deb, you could use Deb's too, man. Deb's got the
No. Your one's better. Your mouth is just loving
I
it.
tried to deflect it over to you, but
You fucked up with that, didn't you? So, are you happy?
Am I happy? I was happy when I was away. I think coming back to Liverpool's made me feel a bit unhappy again. But for me, I don't think I'll ever be 100% truly happy because I'm always one who wants to strive for something better. And with me, I can never be satisfied with what I've got because I know I can achieve more. And that's just the way I am. I've never been content. I couldn't just live a content life. And I think that's where I struggle with relationships, with jobs, with everything. I just constantly want on the move. I'm looking for something more.
I feel as well. I'm a bit like that as well.
Go on, in what way?
Just in terms of, like, obviously,
I haven't heard from you today. Been quite quiet. You've been
you're so
Can I just
underdressed,
say,
man.
I like your outfit. It looks really
Oh, look at this, hey.
Shuts.
Hey. And that Mexican cartel. You described it as Mexican cartel. What would you describe me as? Just the average.
good. Scouser.
That's the brand. That's the brand.
Dave from accounts.
Dave from accounts.
I've got a banana on mine.
She just drew attention. I looked at the banana, but I didn't try and. Anyways,
What were you
What's the
saying?
question?
Go on.
He's gone. It's gone. What I was saying to you.
Oh, like
you were
striving for more.
talking-
Yeah. Because, like, with music as well, because obviously that's for those that know, that's what I'm doing. And I
Sallie,
just
will
feel
you
as
be
though-
in one of Shaq's music videos?
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll get the Latino, go mango party.
Music. Oh my God.
Could you imagine your next video, mango party?
It's happening. It's actually happening. But yeah, I always feel like I get to a certain stage of music and I'm just never satisfied. Even when I'm actually making music in the studio and like everyone's like, yeah, this is good. I'm still not satisfied. I'm always changing stuff. And I feel as though just in other aspects of life, I'm like that.
It is. It's like a gift. It's a gift and a curse. I think being like that because it's really good that because you're not wanting, you're always achieving more. But then, are you ever going to be truly happy?
You're never gonna reach.
But it's always like successful people are like the most like us. Do you know what I mean? Who are just continue to just strive for more, never happy, and that can affect relationships in life as well because you're focusing so much on
other things,
yourself and bettering yourself that you're not like. Putting attention to like other stuff like building relationships.
I think
like
for me, relationships are last. I think that comes with success. I think if you focus on success, like that stuff will always come with the success.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think I don't know if I wouldn't call relationships a distraction, but like
they are. I make less money I make way less money when I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
a lot of people say.
Are you soppy? Do you like fall in love really quickly?
No. I fall in love with the idea of being in love with them very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't fall in love with them very quickly. I like, I've got this thing where people like fall in love, I'll say I love them and all that, and then they'll fall in love with me, and then I realise I actually wasn't in love with them, but they're in love with me.
So as soon as you get the guy, obviously as you said before, you're very possessive, so you usually get a guy, you're like, he's mine, he's no one else's.
Yeah, and then they fall in love with me, and then I remember that I don't love them, and then I leave them, and then they get obsessed.
This brings us back to something we spoke about months ago, and I wanted to bring it back.
Go on.
For females, especially we got our first female guest today.
You made this face.
The dreaded word, the ick.
The ick.
The ick.
I want to talk about the ick because some of women's icks are mad. You could be like living your life, as a man. On a date, you think it's gone great, and then she goes back and tells her friend, yo, he done something. The way he like got up out of his chair and walked to the toilet gave me the ick, and I can't see him ever again.
Go on, Sallie.
I get the ick off bad breath. That's the worst.
That should be just
Bad
fair.
breath. I just hate it. Like funny smells about people. Like they have to be. I have to have someone who's super, super clean. Like I like if I just like little things like if they go to the toilet and wash their hands. Like that would put me off them. Like little things like that.
Do you have any mad ones? Because I feel as though they're all pretty.
I'm trying to think of what any mad ones. Chewing. Like chewing, I don't like people who badly chew. Oh, the way they treat their mum, that's a big thing for me. That would give me an ick. Like if someone was negative about women or their mum, they speak to their mum, going, you fucking little bitch.
I'm always doing that.
Yeah.
My mum's watching. No, I'm not even gonna joke.
I know. I think
she'll beat me up.
I don't think I've got them, but I like funny things about people. So I love acne scars on lads. I love big earlobes. Like they have to have big earlobes.
I've actually got big earlobes.
I quite like big earlobes, and I like big foreheads.
Big forehead.
Big man.
Yeah.
Me and Sallie going on a date after this one.
He's got earlobes and a forehead.
I don't even want to get my hair out because I took my braids out today.
Oh,
so
is it? Look, I came without a shape up as well.
Oh, well, you weren't really like being nice for me tonight.
I know. We should have.
You know what? We got shy. That's all. We didn't want. No, we're well seasoned. We didn't want to overdo it in case you fell in love with us, man.
Oh, I know. Well, I've seen you. How many years have we known each other?
Oh my God, so many. So
we've been like
15 years.
15 years in and out of parties. Like how many parties have we been in? You've probably seen me in some states.
Oh wow.
So many times.
But it's like weird because I see you like pop up all over the country. Like we'll just go into a party and I'm like, oh, here he is again. Hi, babe.
Exactly. It's just
Party
one of
animal
those.
over here, man.
Who, me?
Yeah, man.
I'm semi-retired.
Semi-retired. We made a little comeback last week.
We did.
Did you?
We had an epic night out last week.
Where'd you go?
We went to Top Boy.
Oh, did you? Yeah, Liam's. Yeah, he's good lad, isn't he?
Big up Top Boy, man.
Yeah, he's
I
sound.
saw a guy get run over
by his best friend.
by his best friend.
Oh, nice. Yeah, lovely.
His pizza flew up in the air.
Oh,
It
this
was
is fucking
hilarious.
going. Liverpool's going off at the minute.
Oh, it's insane. And imagine if he's fucking coming home.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming home.
Look, well, this episode, when this episode drops, it'll be a week from this Sunday.
I should have mentioned that, should I?
Yeah, we really are.
It might have come home.
It's either coming home or it's coming Rome.
Right, so this is what I'm gonna do, right? Yes, we
Come on, we won it! Yes!
Oh,
Yeah, literally, innit?
Oh,
Yeah. Power of editing.
no, have you
I
seen
love
that
it.
quote that if we don't win the Euro Cup, then he won't eat pizza again?
Yeah. All Italian things are banned, man.
Crust will have no one there. Fuck off.
Gusto's
Fucking San
going out of
Carlo,
business,
what's
innit?
everyone going to do on a Saturday?
Oh, they'll have to go to Bar and Grill.
They'll have to go to the bar. There's only a few places that they can't go dash.
Gino's will be burnt down.
Gino himself was and just jumped, man.
Could you imagine if
Gino should put the match on Sunday.
literally.
That would be funny.
Hey, literally.
Could you imagine like people in the street burning their copies of Super Mario? It's just like
Oh, it's going to be bad.
it's
But
gonna be
It's gonna be
insane.
mad. I love it. I'm here for it though, man.
I'm here for anything that brings the country together.
That's what I mean. It's mad because obviously, say if like Liverpool win the Champions League and everyone's I'm out there celebrating, but then you got Everton fans and like people from other cities don't give a fuck. Literally, the whole country.
When Liverpool won the league, I was
out and I'm an Everton supporter and I was
Oh,
down
you an
there.
Evertonian?
Yeah, and I was down there because I just thought it was so good for the city.
atmosphere was,
And because we were in lockdown at the time, it was all the businesses and like everyone was just together. And I went down there for it and celebrated it because and people were like, "Oh, you support Everton?" I was like, "But it's not. It's Liverpool
not that,
still.
yeah,
It's
it's all
the
thing.
city having loads of money and money
That's
getting
what I
brought
mean.
here and do you know what I mean?"
But this time, it's the whole country. Like
Yeah.
it's England, so like the whole.
Do you
country
see that
is
man
just
on the bus
celebrating.
when he's standing on the wind mirror of the bus driving around?
Nah,
Oh, the people go mad.
they really go in.
I can't wait for Sunday, man, just to see what it's going to be like. But going back to actual lockdown, how was obviously because you said before you've had like just like mental struggles and that. How was that? for
I
your-
just went away so last year I went to like 10 countries and I went throughout the whole of lockdown.
Oh,
and then,
did you- from, like, when it
yeah,
started?
I
Oh, it
mean,
hasn't
we were
touched
doing
you.
all the illegal raves in Liverpool. Like, I don't listen to it at all. Like,
Yeah.
so we were like, I remember we went to, we with my mates, we went to the illegal raves. They were all in by Kirby.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there was helicopters going over. I'm lying in the middle of a bush, thinking that they won't see me.
Looking
all
for you.
police are coming through. You're all like, but you know what? I love that the fact that I experienced that because it reminded me of like something like the '60s or something like that. Because it was like everyone just wanted to be out, so it was such a positive vibe.
I was gonna say, was it positive or was it a bit moody?
It wasn't moody at all. I thought it was really positive. Everyone was just so happy being out. Then when the police were coming, I was like all like circling the whole place and then stopping all the taxis. That went a bit
Yeah,
moody
that was
then,
a
you know
bit
what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as long as you got a lift out of there, in-house, you
You
know?
know?
The Miami must have been a bit exciting, man. Like, oh, I wonder we're getting caught.
Yeah.
I remember I went to what, like, it was like, you know, around like October where they had like the month lockdown.
Yeah.
And it was like Halloween, like around that time.
Yeah.
But like they were locking down like the day of, it was like, I swear it was like
Yeah.
the day of Halloween. So I was at a party like the first day, it was meant to be on lockdown. And it was in like a flat, and then like the police come in, man, and then everyone just kind of
Everyone just scattered.
Yeah.
scattered, man. It
Every
was kind
man
of
for
mad, man.
himself.
Babe, it was
Yeah.
so weird. I went to a party last week, actually, after Sin. Oh my God, it was amazing. And there must have been about 1,000 people in these living rooms. Like, everyone, it was like, it was,
Yeah.
I kept, but I was panicking in my head. I thought, we're going to run out of oxygen. We're going to run out of oxygen. Like, that's all I kept thinking. I was in the background.
mad.
It was bad.
So obviously, as we said, a week, pretty much a week until, well, when this comes out, it'll be a day till the restrictions end.
Yeah.
So, what's the plans for you? Like,
what are your
are you
plans?
flying straight out? Are you sticking around?
I'm
for the
going to
summer,
stick
or-
around. I'm moving house. I'm moving back to Liverpool because I've been living in Wakefield. So
Okay.
back to Liverpool.
Oh, back in the
Yeah,
city.
back in the city. So you'll see me about everyone.
All your OnlyFans subscribers, man. Can't catch her on the streets, man.
I
Catch her
know,
in the
yeah.
Liverpool one.
I was thinking about getting it, right? This is what my idea was. Getting a taxi with my OnlyFans on the side around Liverpool.
Why not?
Entrepreneur.
What do you reckon? Would that be allowed? Or, I don't know, I'm going to try and look into it. Because they have them like for like sex lines and underwear sets. So I thought, get my own OnlyFans.
I'm pretty certain that's fine. I think
That's
as long
mad.
as you pay for it, they're not asked.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So
And a
if
big
any
picture,
taxi
big picture
drivers...
of you in there.
Yeah, if any taxi drivers want my picture on the side for a little bit of a wage.
See that?
Yeah,
Taxi
yeah.
drivers or one of those, you know those cars that go around and they promote like shit clubs?
Yeah.
Well, like, it could be your boobs instead.
Yeah, it could be. So yeah, so that's what I'm
Make sure
thinking
you don't
anyway.
run into a taxi driver who tries to do a little fake taxi thing, though. That's right. Only way
no.
you're getting the fucking picture on this taxi is if you fucking suck me off.
What's that? You can't afford the fare.
Yes, Sally. So I'll have my own Sallie Axl's fake taxi around Liverpool. Anyone want to
That's
go
what
in?
everyone's gonna assume, though. When you see, like,
Everyone's gonna think
everyone's
I've got
think
me only.
she's in that taxi right now, just down
Dominic.
there
Just
doing
fucking
it.
chasing it. Sally! Sallie!
No, I'm trying to look and sit down there, man. Like,
They will definitely, actually, that was a really bad idea.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
we fully put her off the idea already.
Yeah, and everyone will think it's Sallie Axl's fake
Fake
Liverpool
taxi.
taxi. Fucking hell.
You could do it. Like,
Hey, you know what?
You're
You're
own
like-
content, OnlyFans.
I mean, I don't really want to start sleeping with people in a taxi.
No,
around Liverpool.
no.
Maybe I could hire other girls to do it.
Or
Exactly.
you invite them in just for a little picture and be like, all right, cool, yeah.
Fake
see you
taxi,
later,
yeah, but they're gonna be like
They
that.
think they're getting in, they're going in just to
They'd be
go
like
to
that
whack on them.
cock selfies.
Yeah, literally, they're going in and then they're just like, all right, picture, go on.
No.
So, because we're coming towards the end, what's the future hold for Sallie Axl?
So I've got another book coming out.
Ooh.
So I'm going to be doing another book, and I've started doing a pilot course to write pilots, show pilots.
Wow.
So hopefully I'll be able to do screenwriting, because I would like to do my own like series or something about my adventures in Tulum, because
Okay.
they were very, very good, and I've got
I
some
wanna
really
hear
good
about all
stories.
this.
So I'm going to put a little bit of time in education and just building up a brand, a bigger brand, and building up more money. And I've been getting into Bitcoin at the minute. So
Brilliant.
I've got Bitcoin and I've got my wallet. I've been getting into shares of different things. So I've just been putting my money into shares and Bitcoin. So yeah.
This is
Always stacking that
exactly
P, man.
what I'm talking about. And that's why I've taken you on a journey with Sallie Axl, because she said that she came from nothing and she's been a businesswoman for how many years is it now that
See,
you're just making your own money?
I started Ink Dolls, in 2011, but I started my own business 2009. So I was, 2008.
Yeah.
So a long time, and I haven't worked for anyone, and I've lived a good life, and I have lived an amazing life. Sometimes I have to pinch myself when I'm living in Miami and I'm in these places, and I got invited to like Swaley's birthday party, and I was like, I don't even know who you are, Swaley. On a yacht with him, like, doing things, and then sometimes I just think, what the fuck? How am I in these situations? But I appreciate what the world gives me, because I know I always put out good energy, so good things come to me.
Yeah. Like, obviously, this is coming from my perspective as well. Like, the whole villain thing that you had. Like, I've only met you today,
Yeah.
and I can't. Like, just a lovely person. I've got nothing bad to say.
Sometimes I think the game is the game, and like, for instance, I remember when I was with my ex-girlfriend and I was friends with Jodie Marsh, and she was like, "Oh no, I don't. Wow, what's
she's
that?" And
lovely,
they
Jodie.
instantly thought like I was gonna move to her or something like that.
Yeah.
But Jodie is actually the nicest person.
Yeah.
And I introduced her to my ex, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, she's lovely."
Yeah.
Everyone used to say when I used to be out back in the days.
You two were
everyone used to say like we look the same, and
Yep.
we used to have kind of the same kind of
Okay.
press a
Exactly
lot of
the
the
same.
time. But Jodie's an amazing inspiration. So is Katie Price. I think all glamour. There's a lot of glamour girls, businesswomen. I mean, Jodie went down the fitness, and Katie Price has just been an inspiration to a lot of women throughout the years and gone through a lot of pressure. And I just think girls in the glamour game need to be given a bit more respect as businesswomen, because the sex industry doesn't make us not as equivalent to your business, because just if you've got a cleaning company, if you've got an online business, if you're in my business should be respected exactly the same as anyone else's.
Yeah.
You know, because I am an entrepreneur, and just because it's a sex industry doesn't make it any less.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
See,
What a way to end it. Before we go, I want to say thanks for coming.
Thank you for
so
having
much.
me.
I mean, Sallie, we want
Obviously-
you back. We want you back. We want
We
the
definitely do.
Latinos. We want
You
the
know
mango
what?
party.
I'll bring the mango party with me
Literally.
next time.
We would love a female perspective from whenever. So literally,
Yeah,
feel free to come back whenever.
whenever
Even
you
if we
want.
have other people,
Definitely.
you can come and grill them as from a female
Oh, I
perspective
will
as well.
do. I will. I've
back in
enjoyed
Liverpool
being
now.
part of this sausage sandwich.
Hey, tell them all, and give your socials out if people don't follow.
Follow my OnlyFans. It's Sallie Axl. It gets naughty on there. You're gonna love it. Don't care about the other ones. That ones don't pay the bills.
Not us. What we'll do is we'll get Jacob to do something fun
Yeah.
with your socials.
Thank
I always
you.
Yeah, man.
stitching him up.
Thanks, Jacob.
What about you?
I'll
Sally?
give you a free subscription, boys.
Hey, that's on the record, man.
It's on tape.
No,
Listen,
man.
this is a legal
binding contract. Man. You can't say that and not do it now, guys.
I've got the promo code.
Next episode of the World Season, we'll let you know how it is. We'll let you know what goes down. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to it. You got anything? Obviously, follow my thing. I do a little socials dance every week.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
He's the one that edits it. So he's like, you give me hell.
Pissed.
But then I'm still bring it back. Boom. Shak Omar music. What are you telling me?
I'm just gonna draw for her. It's gonna get
He's
bigger.
only started it.
It's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and. Oh!
Man smacked him like. That's how Sallie throws dicks in the group chat, man. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Spotify, Twitter, Apple Music, all that.
Hey, Shaq, you're looking at the wrong camera, bruv.
That we have.
Your camera's in front of your face.
Yeah, I'm looking there, man. I was looking there. Anyways, they ask us why we're well seasoned. Because man, I got sauce. Man, I got spice. And sometimes man can be a little bit salty. Well seasoned podcast,
Sallie.
guys.
For Sallie.
Yeah.